Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming in and allowing me to work with you through some of your concerns or problems that are going on right now that you want to work towards changing and doing a better job at facing these problems. Um, I am Dale, and I will be working with you today. And I have been working in this field for several years now, so I do have some experience. I want to say to you again, I thank you for coming and for choosing to work with me. Today, we're really just going to try to communicate amongst each other and try to help each other understand what we're feeling and why. We will basically just try to get to know one another, and the way we can do that is just by talking, being respectful towards one another, and remembering that the goal for this session today would be to help everyone in the room feel safe. I think if we think about how we're going to make everybody in this room feel safe when we're talking and sharing, it is going to help all of us feel better about sharing and discussing challenging issues or concerns. So, I would like for us to start by going around the room and introducing yourself, and then maybe offering one word that describes how you feel right now in this session within this room. And I can start by saying, again, my name is Dale. And the word that I am feeling right now in this session would be hopeful. This is the second segment, and in this segment, if I observed the husband and wife bickering and backering, I would remind them of the goal that we are working towards today in this session to help everybody feel safe. So what you just exchanged, the words you exchanged, maybe doesn't make him feel safe. Would you be okay to rephrase or make that sentence in a way that you still get to get across what you're trying to say? However, I want you to keep in mind that you need him to feel safe when you are explaining what you're feeling. Okay, so I want you to remember that even if it means you have to take a couple minutes to gather your thoughts, to put them in order before you just blurt out what you're saying, so that you help us by helping him feel safe. Okay? I think if everybody is working towards that goal, making the other person feel safe, it's going to help us when we communicate or share with one another. Think about what it is that we're going to say before we say it to make sure that the other person is going to feel safe. Okay? Thank you for that. I appreciate you thinking about that and thinking about the other person by thinking about that. keeping that in mind. This would be session 3. And in this session, I am wrapping it up and I'm going to show the techniques that I will use. Now, as we went around in this session today, noticing how our family members spoke to one another in order to make the other person feel safe, I'm going to ask you to carry this out this week. For homework, I would like for you guys to work together and maybe twice this week, where you guys come together and meet like we are in this session, and talk about a time when you felt safe. For example, when your brother came in the room and asked you, were you okay, and how was school today? You might share that during the family time that you guys come together to share and talk about what made you feel safe or what the family member did that day that made you feel safe. Okay, so the day that you deem that you're going to get together and have your family session, make sure you try to do something within your family that makes the other person in the family feel safe. And then when it's time to sit around and talk about this session, I think it's important that you share about what you felt, how you felt when that person made you feel safe. I think it's important for you guys to hear how that helps you when you feel safe or when someone else made you feel safe. I think that's an important piece for you to practice. So I need for you to do that, and then we'll discuss it when you come back, how that made you feel and how you think you did with that homework. Okay? So remember, there's going to be 2 sessions that you will hold. The parents, you can be the ones to decide which days, and you guys can even decide all together which days are the ones that you're going to designate as your family sessions. And you only have to do like 20 minutes, come together and talk about how you felt safe and what family member made you feel safe. Okay? All right. I think that will help you practice, and I hope that it will help you feel better. And then we can talk about it a little bit, and we'll build off of that. Okay? Again, thank you guys for coming, and looking forward to seeing you next week.